Hey, how's it going? It's me, Bass Rider. I just thought I would do a random tutorial to show you my process for making a bass house drop from start to finish. I'll show you all the details, how I do my EQing, compression, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, let's begin. Let's start by changing the BPM. Um, I think I shall go for. Ooh, let's just go for 126. That's what my other tracks are in, so yeah, makes sense. um, Also, you probably won't be able to see my VSTs. For some reason, my screen recorder doesn't allow the recording of VSTs, so that's a bit annoying. But you will still be able to hear it, so it's all good. um, so let's start with some growl basses or something, I guess. Let's try some of these. Nope. Maybe. Um, I kind of like this one. I'm gonna use this one to start off a bit of a like pattern, and then I'll build more bases around it. Um, so let's quickly I'll name this. So this is going to be the lead bass. So now we'll draw in some notes. I'm going to start after the so I'm going to leave this space here so I can put a different preset sound here, so I can have like a bass scream here and then this note, and then it'll make more sense when we progress it, and then I won't have to try and explain it and make it sound really awkward and stuff. So um, I might use that. So if you've noticed, I'm changing this note here because this note isn't in the scale of A minor, so it should sound like this. But to make it sound darker, I guess is the word you would use, I'm moving that to the sharp note. Very common technique that's used in a lot of like stamped record stuff and things like that lately. So yeah, simple as that really. Just always move the B to the A sharp, and then you can start getting creative with the scale. Assuming you're in A minor, of course, otherwise it'll be a different note if you're in a different key, but yeah. So this is what we have so far. So Now we'll add some sidechain, just a standard sidechain, not going to do anything too advanced with it. So what I've noticed is the wah sound on the bass is too wah-wah-y, if that makes any sense. So we're going to change the sound. This one seems kind of good, I guess. So now we're going to EQ this, and this is where it gets interesting, at least a little bit. I find it interesting. We're going to remove all the low end up to about 36 Hertz. I've gone a little bit over, but that's not too important. So now we're going to leave some space for the rumbly part of the kick drum to cut through, and we haven't really removed any of the actual bass frequencies because the bass usually sits around here more. So unless we actually go up to like here, it's not really going to be affecting the bass, it's just going to be removing the little rumbly part that's not really too important anyway. Then on top of that, I'm going to add some saturation, not too much. I'm gonna click this, and that will allow me to hear specifically the frequencies I'm affecting. So I'm going to put a little boost about here just to bring up some of the low mid frequencies. That'll help it translate more to like speakers and stuff that don't necessarily have a good like low end, like a Bluetooth speaker, a phone speaker, things like that. Things that are like don't have the ability to really produce a lot of low end. Yeah, now it should make it slightly easier to hear it on those things, which is always good. You want your track to sound good on several different systems. Then we're going to boost a little bit of the higher end because this is the main sound of the drop, I guess. So we want to make sure it's cutting through, not like too muffled or anything. I would say that's about right. Then on top of that, we're going to add another EQ, but we're going to set this one to mono/stereo, set it to stereo, and then we're going to basically EQ out all the stereo frequencies in the low end. That way the low end is completely mono, but you still got the stereo stuff up the top area. So now that's all the stereo low end we've removed, as we want to keep that all mono down there. We could just slap a mono plugin on it, but I'm not really a fan of that, to be honest, because it makes the entire thing mono, and then that would kind of sound a bit like messy, well, not messy, but just not as big. Like if I put this mono plugin on, you'll be able to hear. And this is without. As you can see, it's a lot bigger, so we can kind of make it mono without removing all those stereo frequencies that we like by doing this. So it just keeps it tidier. So then we've got that. Then we shall. What should we add next? We'll add some more bass stabs and things like that. So we'll go here. What we have. Don't really like how that one sounds. Nope. Yeah, that's what we're looking for, really. So we'll put in this note. So then we'll add the sidechain. We'll just steal the sidechain from this one, but we'll also steal this EQ as well. Then we'll add more saturation, but this time I'm going to use a different saturation. I'm going to use this one, which I'll show you what this one's actually doing so you can hear why I'm adding it. So without it and with it, it just kind of makes it so much screamier. But I'm not going to use that much, I'm just going to use about that much. Actually, I might change that sound. That sound is still not really what I'm looking for. Actually, maybe I could use it. I might just have to shorten it. Nah, I'm just going to change it. So, go into here. Nope, don't like that one. Nope. 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 Too screamy, that one is. Could be useful for something, I guess, though, but we'll come back to that later. Yeah, that's probably what we're looking for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to freeze this, so I'm turning it from MIDI into audio. That way I can just remove that little bit of tail and keep it nice and tidy. Then I'll just name this bass 1. Then I'll move this one to here, and then move that to there. And then I'll name that bass 1. Then if I mute this one quickly. Yeah, so then if we go back onto this one, now we need to find a different sound for this one. Let me quickly play that. We can try that out. We'll just have to freeze it because that's got a lot of reverb and stuff in it. Yeah, we'll just remove all of this. So let's see what this sounds like so far. Yeah, but let's make this different. Let's do this. Maybe something like this. No, No, that sounds a bit cheesy. Maybe just this. Or yeah, I might keep it like that. I might change it later though. I'm probably going to change it later. So we don't need this anymore. So we'll name this base 2. Base 2. Then also, well, I only change them to white when I know I'm keeping them. That way, when my projects get really overflowing and really full and stuff, I can just look and go, right, anything that's been changed to the color of white, I'm keeping. Anything that's not, is potentially just random stuff that's just lying around. So name that bases. So this is our group channel now for our bases. So this is what we've got in the group channel. Yeah, I'm definitely going to change that in there. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Also, I'm not putting any mono frequencies on the stabs, just 'cause I think it will sound cool if those ones are a bit wider, just a little bit. So now if we go to here, we can sort out the volumes. So let's start with this one. So this is more coming into the mix inside of it. I usually mix a bit as I go, and I'll do a proper mix when I've got more stuff to mix. Ooh, that one's still there. So let's keep that to about there. Bring up this stab. Bring up this stab. And that's also about where you want your volume in general to be hitting for your whole track. You can go lower in volume, but I wouldn't recommend going over the 6. So yeah. The reason for that is because now when we add some limiting to the master channel, we are gonna get a lot of added volume, so we want the mix to be quieter to leave space for when we increase the volume. So now we've got this. Yeah. So now we're gonna go into splice and get some kind of vocal. You'll probably be able to hear the samples that I'm going through. You just might not be able to see them. I don't know. I don't think my screen recorder records splice either, which is strange, but it is what it is. So if we search for vocals,
F1 Officer. Officer.
maybe try this one. So this thing.
Officer. Officer.
I guess we could use that. I might change it later, but for now that would do. The reason I say I'll quite often I'm going to keep it and change it later probably is at the moment I'm just trying to build kind of like the vibe of the track, like the foundation, and then when I've got a strong foundation, I can literally just change all the stuff that I don't like for like better stuff, and then I'll just keep doing that over and over again until I've swapped out all the slightly less amazing stuff for slightly more amazing stuff. So let's name this vocal 1. Uh, vo vocal 1. Um, and then that can go in a group called effects. So now we have gonna add some EQ to this vocal. Just bringing out a little bit of the lows. I'll also bring it down the volume slightly. Boost a little bit of high right about here, and that should be good for the EQ. Nothing too complex. Yeah, that should do it. So now what we're gonna need is a kick drum. I think I already know the kick drum I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use this kick drum from one of the spinning packs on Splice. Let's just name this kick 1. Now what I'm going to do with this kick is for starters I'm going to do that because I like the clicky part, I don't want to remove that. Then we're going to shorten this kick slightly, not too much, but... And then we're also going to pitch it down 1 note, just because that'll make it more thumpy, and that's what I kind of want, at least for this track. So let's duplicate this across, lower the volume, so now let's okay. And then we're going to add an EQ to the kick, because with the kick I always find the punchy frequency, the one that is the most clicky, or whatever you want to call it, and then I lower that. So let's go and search for that frequency. And that's the one we're looking for. Like, I didn't really have to even do anything, we just kind of landed on it. So as you can hear, very clicky, and that's gonna be cutting right through the mix. So we're gonna bring that down just slightly like that, and then we'll just bring up more of the high end here, just to kind of balance it out a bit. That's really about all I do for EQing in terms of the kick. Guess we could also put the kick in mono. Actually, I probably won't do that, just because I don't want to. Then we'll get a clap. Let's try it. So this one needs to be brought a little bit before the bar, like that, because that's really where it starts. This is just that's not the proper clap itself, so you want to bring that back a bit. Cut that, put that across, lower the volume a bit. Yeah, I like that clap, so let's name it clap 1. And then actually I'm going to use a preset. We'll use this one, and then we'll just edit it a bit. So that's what I'm doing for the EQ for the clap. And then we're also going to put a tiny bit of saturation on the clap. Then we'll group the kick and clap. Now we need a hat. Definitely a hat. Let's try this one. No, I'm not keen on that hat. Let's try this one. Yeah, I'd say that one works a bit better. Still not great, but definitely a lot better than the other one. So hat 1. Currently the video is at 47 minutes, well, 47 minutes and 37 seconds. I mean, 27 minutes and 41 seconds. Anyway, so we'll probably do a little bit more and then end this video. Otherwise, this video is going to be very long, and I am not trying to bore anyone. So I'll add this hat, and then I'll show you a couple more tricks, and then maybe some compression or something, and then that'll probably be the end of the video. So we'll put this EQ on here as well, and we're not really going to edit it. Actually, we might bring this down a little bit. There, let's do it. So yeah, we're going to keep that like that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some white noise, and then we're going to go do. Then we're going to put the side chain on here. Set something along those lines, turn it down a bit, see what that sounds like. Yeah, we'll just keep that. We just need white noise, because white noise is white noise, you know, just white noise. We need white noise. It just makes everything sound better if you use it correctly. It just increases some of the frequencies in the high end, and that way our mix is going to not sound muffled, and Martin Garrix is going to play it in the club. And yeah, but so yeah, we'll just add this white noise. I'm gonna put that into the effects. Then we're going to add, I might add, yeah, I'm going to add a shaker. But what I'm going to do with the shaker is to make it sound more realistic. I don't want it to just repeat the same shaker over and over again. I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm going to do this, but then I'm going to remove a little bit from here, do that, and then drag that to there. So already it's slightly different to the first one. And then I'm going to make the first one quieter, like that. And then when we repeat that, we have this, which makes it slightly different every time it hits. That way it's not just going to sound like very fake and artificial. It's going to sound more like somebody's actually using a shaker. And while saying about that, I'm going to turn that down even more, because you don't really want to be able to hear the first hit, you want to be able to hear the second hit more. Yeah, like that. And then we're going to pan that to the right slightly, just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. That's what we're looking for. Consolidate that together. Name this shaker 1. Put this to here. Put that in to here. Now we need an EQ for this. I'll probably just use the same EQ I have been using, because this is just a good EQ preset. So yeah, why wouldn't I just overly use it? So now we have. Oops, not supposed to be doing that. Then, right, what should we add next? We shall add a laser shot. Yeah, this one. And we're just going to put that here and here. Don't even need to EQ it or anything, just like that. Then, where's my stamped pack? Let's use this, because this always sounds good. Let's try it here. Yeah, I'll leave that there. Maybe not forever, but for now. That's what I'm looking for. So we're going to put this here. This is literally just a sample I made for my stamped records pack. And it goes something like this. And what I do with this is I usually just put in the second half of my drops. So this bit's the A section, this bit's the B section. I put it in the B section, and then you get something along these lines. It just makes the second half slightly different. So let's name that. Like that. Shove that in here. Name these. And maybe yeah. Maybe this part. Yeah, that's basically what I was looking for. Then maybe yeah, just cut that to about there. Then we're going to add this, which is just a sidechain. I might EQ this. I was going to say I'm not going to EQ it, but it might have just a slight bit of low end in it, so I'm probably going to EQ it anyway. Because we don't want low end in this really. Then we're just going to make the volume really low on it. Yeah, so we now basically have ourselves a drop, I guess. Well, at least a very simplistic one. There's a lot more you can add, but to be honest, you could get away with staying this simplistic if you really wanted to. It's just a matter of taste, really, like what kind of track you're trying to go for. If you're trying to go just cool and simplistic, then yeah, if you want a bit more energy, there's more things you can do, but then you can kind of just keep adding more to it, maybe add drum fills underneath these shouts, maybe put some glitchy effects, stutter effects, weird random things and stuff like that just fill up the space a bit, more percussion, but yeah, so this is basically what we've made. Yeah, obviously I add way more over the top of this fill because this sounds so empty. You know, I'm just going to do this. There we go. So yeah, this is a kind of random bass house drop kind of uh template, if that's what you want to call it. This is how I would start building one of my tracks, and I just keep building it on from here until it's very energetic and has a lot going on, probably more than necessary. And yeah, so I hope you liked this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video if you have any producer friends that are trying to learn new tips and stuff, and also leave a comment below if you have any questions and other stuff you want to know or things like that. And yeah, have a good rest of your day. Bye.